Alright. Okay. Sometimes appearing like a good artist just means looking like you know what you're doing. And nothing says I don't know what I'm doing like having shaky or chicken scratchy lines, which is fine, you know? We've all been there. The fastest way to combat this and build up your confidence is to practice the three main types of lines, which are your straights, C-curves, and S-curves. When looking at some of your favourite artists, you'll realise that a lot of their work can be broken down into these three types of lines, which is good, because it keeps it more simple than you might have initially thought. As a warm-up, try filling a page with a variation of all three. The main aim is to do each line fast in a single stroke. Faster lines usually equates to more confident ones, and by doing this, it will instantly get rid of those shaky lines. When it comes to a piece you're working on, it might take multiple attempts to get each line right, but that's fine. You have the undo button, and even professional artists will redo their lines a lot. If you're lazy like me, you also have the option to use tools like smoothing in vector-based programs like Adobe Flash, or things like line stabilizers in other drawing software like Krita and Photoshop. This allows you to pretty much achieve the same effect while being able to take your time. I'd say one of the biggest sticking points for artists is retaining life in a drawing when going from the sketch to the final lines. The common mistake is using a single line thickness, and the problem with this is that it can make your art look flat and keeps it looking two-dimensional. Having a varying line weight is a good way to retain that life from the sketch and increase visual appeal by having the contrast, and is also a great way to make your art look a little less processed or digital. Okay, so to have varying line weight, you're going to want to make sure that you are using pen pressure sensitivity when you are using a drawing tablet. If you use a mouse or do art on your phone, you can achieve the same effect, but it might take a little longer. You still have the option to use the eraser tool to taper lines into thinner ones when being zoomed in. A pro tip is the ability to show 3D form with just lines. A way to do this is that areas where forms meet and light would reach the least, you can use thicker lines which mimics deeper shadows or ambient occlusion, and then use thinner lines where light would hit the most. Okay, so using black is the go-to for most artists when using line art. And there are some great examples when it makes the most sense, but when it comes to mixing certain colours, it can really make your art look muddy and dull. The benefit of using colour in your line art is that it not only adds a little extra life, but it can be used to soften certain areas. For example, having lighter and warmer hues for features on the face will make them look a lot less harsh. So, a simple method to get coloured lines is to duplicate the line art layer and then hide it just as a backup in case you want to go back. You'll then want to go over your lines, first clicking on the alpha lock icon on your line art layer. This basically allows you to paint over the lines without affecting anything else. Next, pick a darker version of the flat colour the lines are in front of, but also play around with changing the hue slightly to a warmer or cooler one for added interest. And then just simply paint over your lines you want to add colour to. This is also a good way to add a little depth to more clearly show what's in front of what. So these are the three techniques to help you quickly improve your line art. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.